So, FMA fans, you'll appreciate the opening of this poem called Equivalent Exchange on a New Year's Day. To obtain, something of equal value must be lost. But what things are really equivalent to each other? As I sit here on the cusp of 2023, thinking back on 2022, I can't help but think, was this year more bad than good? Did the people I've gained outweigh the ones I've lost, and vice versa? Does the progress I've made with my mental health outweigh all the side effects of the meds I experimented with? Supervised, of course. Was the cost of trying to gain more serotonin worth the surplus of anxiety I now get to deal with? Did the revelations I have cancel out all the mistakes I've made and pain I've caused? Does my personal growth in terms of standing up for myself, putting my foot down, and fighting for my worth counteract the pain I went through on the way here? Does it really swap the good for the mistreatment, for the manipulation, for the more times I've cried over the people who have lied about me? Are the memories of what once was enough to ease the sting of what's now gone? The answer, I believe, is no. There's no exchanging any of these for the other. True, I gained and I lost in 2022. But in a lot of ways, nothing was exchanged. Coexistence happened. I learned to live with the sting of betrayal, and in doing so, gained some resistance to his poison. I learned to accept that when it's late at night, and I'm doing laundry of all things, like most 29-year-olds do, because I'm normal like that, and my depression speaks up because there's nothing to drown it out, to let it speak, but to not let it be a one-sided conversation. I was reminded that there's healing in the breaking, there's change in the pain, there's growth in death, there's loss and gain, and those can be two sides of the same coin. Who knew that when I originally identified as non-binary, that I'd find life already had that as its gender? Life is non-binary, it's fluid, it's intersex, it's bigender, it's agender, and everything in between. It's anything but cis and straight. Maybe a church will hire people to protest this poem now that I've said that. But I digress. Yes. I'm still sitting here typing on a site filled with smut, angst, found family, fluff, comfort, pain, and other things you wouldn't want people to find in your search history, otherwise known as a fan fiction site, specifically AO3. Listening to the obnoxious fireworks outside and the rumble of my dryer inside. Thinking, processing, being, breathing, living. Life isn't necessarily about exchanging one thing for another. Although it is good at that, it's not its only skill. It's a hub of things. Joy, happiness, pain, angst, hurt, comfort, smut, celibacy, abstinence, growth, death, rain, sunshine, fanfare, closed doors, light, darkness, stairways to heaven, highways to hell, yellow brick roads, and black parades. And that's merely a sample of everything it contains. So as we exchange 2022 for 2023, or rather, let 2023 come since we have no power to stop it, and just pray and hope, and for those who do manifest it to be anything unlike the past few years, let's not get our hopes up. It will be a year like and unlike every year before. It will come with its own challenges, its hopes, its changes, its wins, its losses, its high times, its low times, its booms, and its economical and existential crises. It will come, and we will still be. With this exchange of the passage of time, I make no resolution except to be nicer to myself and to be more selfish. I'm already good at self-sacrifice. Now I must work on self-preservation. I mean, I'm already an attention whore. Might as well act like it. So 2023, listen up. I know you'll do your thing, and I'll just be along for the ride. But even still, please don't make this ride so crazy that I'll be nauseous for the rest of the day. Or at least, if it is, teach me, like your older siblings, how to live, die, and live again.